Hello and welcome once again to the Kentucky Artist Spotlight. I'm Leo Freak Daddy Brown of RadioKY.live. With me, men in rap. We got I Hate Corey. Did I say that right? And Trill
Yes,
Phil.
sir.
I Hate Corey and Trill Phil. These are your parents must have been very interesting individuals to name you guys those names. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You guys might be cool, but they had to be OGs. Let's be honest. I mean, come on, right?
Hey, my mom's an OG, man. Yeah, I'll give
yeah. So I want to ask you this: where are you both from? I Hate Corey. I'll start with you.
So I was born and raised in Nicholasville, Kentucky. So
Nicholasville,
just right below Lexington.
Yeah, yep. Sure, very familiar. And where are you now?
Currently live in Berea.
In Berea,
I managed to cross paths with the woman that had my son, and so I've been staying down there since, and I've been there for about 5 years now.
All right, I love Berea. I love the Pinnacles. I took guitar lessons many years ago in Berea. No, that's awesome. And Trill Phil, where are you from?
I'm from here in Lexington, which is where I currently live. I've lived in Nicholasville, though. That's actually where I first met Corey. Is when he was here in Nicholasville.
Okay. And how long in Lexington?
Going on about 15 years now.
Okay. Yeah, you've been around a while. You know your way around. So as I like to ask this, what's your favorite thing about Kentucky? We're all about Kentucky with Radio KY, so that's what I asked. What's your favorite thing? Trill Phil, let you go.
I've been to a lot of different states, traveling a lot for work and things like that. And whenever I'm in Kentucky, it's just it's a feeling. It might just be like a hometown feeling. I don't know, but it's like beauty in the surroundings. I guess the landscape. It just it looks different. It feels different. It smells different. It just it could just be a hometown thing, but
right.
I just love it here, and like I said, been to a lot of different states, and I couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
I Hate Corey, what do you think? Favorite thing about Kentucky?
Well, so I like Kentucky honestly because I've traveled outside of the state plenty of times for work, or just been out a couple of times on vacation. And what I've noticed is that Kentucky has it's almost the pinnacle of Southern hospitality in comparison to a lot of places I've went. So no matter who you are, whether whatever your wealth status is, whatever your race is, anything like that, most of the time people around, are pretty open arms, pretty good people to get along with. As long as, you kind of mind your business, people mind theirs. And then as far as outside of just people, the landscape's beautiful. Anytime I've gone on vacation, it's nice. But as soon as I get back into Kentucky and I see the Appalachian Mountains, and I feel like I'm at home. So it's peaceful here. Not too much crazy stuff goes on. So it's a good place.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing now with your music? First of all, how long have you guys been a duo? How long have you been doing this?
About a year and a half. Okay. That's how long Men in Rap's been in existence. But I've been producing, engineering, playing piano and rapping for about 20 years.
That's awesome.
He does it all.
Humpty Hump, was a phenomenal piano player. Did you know that?
I did not.
Oh yeah,
I'm really excited to know that though.
So Tupac's Changes, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Where it sounds like they sampled the Bruce Ormsby, the way it is. That's Humpty Hump playing that. That's like his piano stuff. That is not a sample. That's him just playing it on that recording. God rest his soul. He died in 2021, I think, of an unfortunate accidental overdose with fentanyl, but a phenomenal talent. Yeah. Listen to Changes again and listen to that piano part. That's him playing. It's amazing.
It'll hit different knowing that now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's cool. That's awesome that you got that basis because, piano is kind of where you get all the notes and you got all of that, as a rapper, you don't think about being that melodic necessarily. That piano is something that you would want to connect to, but it's awesome that you have that. So what are you guys hoping to do? What's your dream? Where are you going with this?
I guess I'll take this one, man. So just sharing the passion for it, that's really what's got us as far as we have so far, which, we still got ways to go in a sense. But from where we first started, and this is before even Men in Rap, when I met him, it was years ago. I was 17 years old. He was 24 at the time. We both were just working minimum wage jobs at Dairy Queen down there. Not to go into too much detail, he didn't have a great background. I didn't come from a great background. And but music was like an escape for both of us. So we connected a little bit then, got separated over some time due to some unforeseen circumstances. And so anyways, so a couple years ago, man, just kind of out the blue, he hit me. We made a song together. Then we was like, okay, this is nice. We both got a lot better since. And then we was like, let's make more. And then just kind of like a ripple effect, man. We decided to make an album together, did that, and then we titled it Men in Rap. And then I had the idea of I was like, let's do a duo, man. Let's make more projects because it seemed effortless. And so we came up with the Men in Rap. And so that first album is self-titled from who we are. We made a couple albums since, and we have one that's in the works, about finished up, that will be coming out. But as far as what we want to be, man, honestly, the stereotypical answer would be like the famous stuff, a lot of people knowing you. Really, I just want my music to connect to a lot of folks. A lot of what we talk about with subject matter is from, rough past and everything like that. And I mean, of course, it's hip hop. Some of it's got some swaggy melodic stuff to it, or topics and whatnot. But, generally, dude, like one of the things that I think me and him really enjoy the most is when someone listens to something and they tell us like, man, I felt that. Like it really did. And that's what really drives us, man. And I mean, of course, the goal would be to be able to make it a full-time thing, make a living on a day. So, nothing too far-fetched, but, just really if it connects to people, and if I can ever get to the point and he can ever get to the point where we can just make it a living, that's pretty much our concrete goal.
Dream it and do it. Dream it and do it is what I say, guys. Dream it and do it. Trill, so how tough is it as a rap duo? Because, I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I've been writing and recording for years. I can go out and play as a soloist. I can sit on a cajon. I can, play everything to, I can scale it down and I can do it all by myself, or I can go out with a full band. It's got to be tough with a duo, rap duo, just to, I can sit in a restaurant and do that and get paid. I mean, I'm sure the opportunities really aren't quite what they would be for an acoustic act with what you're doing. How tough is it to get gigs?
We've partnered with a lot of local talent that already had some established shows that they put on. There's a local act down here called Uncanny Minds. They got this artist that does sort of like country soul style music named Brandywine. She has a lot of connections in Nicholasville. And she just invited us on her shows and gave us some good spots. So
cool.
It hasn't been hard, but I understand what you're saying. And if we didn't have that outlet, it might be a lot harder. But luckily here in Lexington, there's a few open mics and stuff. But as far as like bigger gigs, it is a lot. It has to be kind of specific. A lot of people like hip hop, and they immediately assume it's going to be raunchy or something they don't want to hear. So we
not that your stuff is not raunchy at all.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I maybe a little bit, but
we're all about keeping it real, my friend. We're all about keeping it real. It's all good.
And another place, man, too. I do want to shout out Cloud 1100 Creative Space. They were like the original, that's how we even got our foot in the door with getting on a stage and microphones. They started.
Where is that?
It's in Lexington. It's 1100 Main Street.
Okay.
And, and so basically, they started this open mic thing. We started going out there. A lot of other local artists that were primarily hip hop, R&B started showing up, and then there's some alternative people too. Cool. And started doing open mics. We kind of just grinded that out for a while, got their blessings. And Cloud also, their venues available to rent out for shows and whatnot. So we've done a couple shows there too that were kind of like our headliner. And then we've done other sets on shows that were there. So, I mean, with Brandywine and Uncanny Minds on top of Cloud, they've kind of just given us some connections too. And then, of course, we performed in a couple other spots. There's Girls Burritos, which is kind of close. Yeah, if you're familiar.
Yeah, on campus, yeah.
Yeah, we performed there a few times too.
Wow, and, I didn't even know they had acts there. That's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've thankfully for the internet, man, we've connected with some folks out in the 502. Managed to do a show up there in WWME Music Hall in Louisville. That's a pretty dope place.
Yeah.
Hybrid the Rapper. Trill wasn't in town at the time, but I did do a couple of the Hustle and Flows with him. I did one at the Nook and did one at Memories venue up there in Frankfurt. So, I mean,
wow, that's cool. You guys are getting out there doing it. That's awesome.
Doing what we can, man. Trying to get as many places under our belt.
We're running out of time, but where do we get your stuff? Where do we find your material aside from streaming on RadioKY.live?
So the easiest way is, if anybody can remember this, and it's also on our social links, okay? You can look up Men in Rap. We have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, but we have a one-click link on a link tree. It's literally linktree.com/Men in Rap. That'll take you straight to everything you can find, whether it's socials or streaming platforms.
Linktree.
Yep.
Okay.
If you haven't utilized it, I recommend you do it. It's super
you guys have taught me all kinds of things in this brief conversation.
Well, I'm glad, man. But yeah, it's any artist of any genre. I recommend Linktree, man. You can literally link up your Apple, Spotify, YouTube, everything in one link, and it takes you to a page that's kind of like a Google homepage, and then you can just click on wherever you want to go to. Cool.
Awesome. Hey guys, pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hey, and spread the word, because we're multi-genre with the platform, right? And we got a lot of country sounding stuff because we're in Kentucky. So I'm all about bringing on the hip hop. So
we have so many people, man, that I think would absolutely want to hop on here with you, man.
That's awesome.
The Candy crew, the Cloud crew, all sorts of people, man. So no,
send them
some of them.
Send them my way.
For sure, man. For sure.
Great to meet you guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, great to meet you, brother. You have a good night, man.